Listen, if you thought flowing like water meant being passive, being weak, or being soft, you completely missed the assignment. Welcome back to Oh So That's Sue. Thanks for joining. I'm Sue, of course. And today, this is part 2 to flowing like water. Water does not just flow. No, it doesn't. It reshapes. It erodes. It destroys obstacles along its path. And guess what? Those who actually try to block you along the way are going to find out the very hard way just how water moves. Welcome, or welcome back, if you're a real one, to Oh So That's Sue. I'm Sue, of course, and today we're diving into part 2 of flowing like water. If you've already joined for part 1, then you already know how water moves. And moving like water means you're unpredictable, you are adaptable, you are literally untouchable. And so today, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into that topic. Listen to me, once you start moving like water, guess what? Something very interesting is going to start happening. They can't track you anymore, they can't control you anymore, they can't manipulate you anymore, they cannot predict your next move anymore. So when people actually lose control, they start to expose themselves. This is the tricky part. Actually, the funny part. The shift that people notice is when you stop behaving emotionally, meaning you stop over-explaining yourself, you stop announcing your next move, you become dangerous in a quiet sense. Now, people are watching you a little more closely. People have to lean in a little more to try and figure out what's going on with Sue. The energy around you, it starts to feel very tense, if you know what I mean. Like your spidey senses are like up here. Like some people around you, they're going to start acting weird. Some people maybe start behaving a little bit more distant from you. Some people actually become hostile. And you're sitting there like, I am literally just sitting here minding my own. You've shifted frequency. Water, my darling, does not argue with rocks. It simply flows. Tell the rock it's no longer relevant. Sorry, Dwayne. Let's be real. Some people will try to block you. Not because you're doing anything wrong, necessarily, but because your movement reminds them of how stuck they do. Next, they gossip. They try to block you. They try to delay you. They whisper, they throw shade, and they try to figure you out. But here's the mistake that they make. They think that you're still operating the old way, under the old rules. They don't realize that you've already shifted and you've already moved around them. Now, let me address something real quick also. In part 1, I know some of you noticed, if you have, drop in the comments, power, that I wore red. I wore red on purpose in that video. I know, it's like, how dare she come on here talking about flowing like water wearing red? I did that for a reason. Many reasons, actually. The first being it was a Tuesday. And that was just how I felt. Situations that I was dealing with definitely called for that red shirt that day. Red is not just a color. Let me just fill you in a little bit on this reason, so to speak. It's not just a color. Red is symbolic. Red is a signal. It actually is like a beacon, okay? It represents power, passion. It represents root energy, survival. It represents controlled aggression. Now that you understand this on such a deep level, how do you move? You don't confront every battle, every obstacle. You don't explain every silence. You don't react to every vibe, because people are going to be throwing shade left, right, and center. What you do is you observe, you adapt, and you keep it moving. Because guess what? The people who try to block you, they're going to lose inevitably. Maybe not instantly. So if things feel a little weird around you lately, people start acting a little bit out of character, you feel like you've outgrown certain spaces, this is great. This is absolutely what you were looking for. This means you're not stagnant anymore. This means that you kept flowing, that you kept shifting, that you kept evolving, and let them just sit there, keep on trying to figure out the old version of you that no longer exists. If this video has hit you different and you love the content on this channel, don't just sit there and watch quietly. Engage, like the video so it reaches the people that actually need to hear this. And comment flow if you feel like you resonated with this message and that you're beginning to move and flow through this journey called life, more like water. If you're really on this level, subscribe to the channel because we've got so much more unapologetic gems to drop for you guys. And I am so glad you're here with me. Until the next one, I will see you later.